Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Prosperity. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Strength. Yeah, love that. And another one. Passion. Yes. Okay. Gonna pull some more cards as usual, right? Yeah, going deep. Going deep within your own clouds. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm getting something, a situation is triggering you. And it's actually a very nice situation, but it goes so much deeper than you thought. So I'm getting that you might have, could be some change that happened in your life. It could be, that you took a new job, or that you moved, or, something that is quite a major change in a way. But it triggered something within you, because I'm seeing it, in the, with the prosperity, I really get job, but it could be anything. And it's about it goes through so many layers. I don't know if I can even depict it all in this reading because of this card, right? But I'm also getting this. It's like there are so many layers involved. For example, if you take a new job and you first think, oh, maybe you are a bit. So that's just what I'm getting. So your first reaction was maybe, some sort of anxiety, even, or just, what is this, right? You don't really feel very positive towards it, even though it's supposed to be a positive change, because there's it, your personal chance to be prosperous. Maybe it feels big, maybe it's a big change, maybe it's a big career jump or something big, it can be anything, but it's just, in the first moment, it just makes you feel a bit weird, because you think to yourself, well, you've gotten the opportunity, and you've got it, and you should be happy about it. You should be really happy about it, but you are not. And then you're questioning, right? You are questioning why. It's the egg, what was there first, right? In a way, but what is it, It's this, an egg often for me also depicts a search for, this question, what was there first, the egg or the hen, right? It's this, or the chicken, the chicken or the egg, right? It's this question of digging deeper that is often associated for me with this, but also the pineal gland, but this reading, well, maybe a little bit. So, but that's what I'm getting, So you got an opportunity, and you think you should be happy about it, right? In your now grown-up mind, you think to yourself, well, there's nothing that should trigger within me this feeling, right? But it is, right? And then I'm getting with this egg and clouds card. Well, this is the same meaning like this, It's like, what's going on, right? Why am I like this? Why? Why? And then you dig deeper, and maybe you ask questions, and I'm getting dream work with this today. Obviously because of the pineal gland, but also because of the head in the clouds and just this card, And the dream work actually reveals something very interesting and healing. Those are the layers of the onion, right? All the layers. And it could be, you know, that this new opportunity triggered within you anxiety and stress, and you couldn't sleep. And there was just so much going on that you couldn't explain from a, you know, normal perspective, because nothing has happened. You know, when you observe it, you look at the situation, it's a normal situation, everything is working according to plan, nothing is really going on, right? Nothing too bad, right? It's just you. You are like, why is this? Why am I like this, right? Look at this creature, how it looks. It's weird. And first, I think I'm also getting, first you think about maybe this opportunity was not completely what you were expecting. I'm getting, you know, if it's, for example, if it was a job, it could be that you wanted to work in a creative job, but you got something else. But it's a good opportunity, so nothing to worry about. But first you think the issue with this is, it could be that something like this has happened to you not just once, you know. But it could be that you think that the reason why you feel bad about it is because you are not following your passion. For example, if you're a creative person, if you are creating art or something like that, or music or pottery, whatever you make, right? Whatever is your passion. And if you are taking a different job in a completely different area, you know, but it's lucrative, it's good, right? You think to yourself, well, that's because I'm not following my passion. You know, because my passion is XYZ, that's where my creativity is. But you can't deny that the situation that was offered to you by the universe is really good. It's like, you cannot deny that this situation is actually what you've been asking for. Maybe you have had some, you know, I'm really getting this job because prosperity. It's just like, maybe you had some financial struggles, or you were just wishing for a good job, and this job has got a very nice salary, and there's so many nice things, right? And the people are also nice, and it's just, there's nothing really wrong with it. And you're like, why am I like this? And you think to yourself, it's because of the passion, right? Because it's not what you originally wanted to do, right? That's what you always perceived in situations like that. It could be that it was just because of the strength card and the different kitty cats. I think they are lions, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so, because lions are also often depicted as in a strength card, right? You think, you know, it could be that it happened to you several times, that you had some opportunities, but you just had anxiety, and you thought it was always, that's what was your perception, because those opportunities were not what you originally wanted to do. Originally, you wanted to do something creative, but you got offered something corporate, for example, right? But a good opportunity. Cannot deny that. And then the dream comes in. And the dream reveals that it's actually going much deeper than you thought. Much deeper. This discomfort and this, right? This feeling goes much deeper than you thought. And it looks like some sort of social anxiety to me, because of all the people, and they all look the same, and they all are looking at you, and you feel so uncomfortable. But how does it, you know, I'm getting that it could be go through all the way to your childhood. Maybe you had a dream about a situation like this, where people turned against you, like this, you know, all the people. It could be, you know, some bullies at school, or even were much deeper to kindergarten, you know, where things like this happen, you know. It can go back to way back then, and you realize that all the time when you were in a situation like this, you thought it was because of that it's not your passion, but it's actually social anxiety. So there has nothing really to do with where it comes from. It's just social anxiety. You know, for example, if you I'm getting when you know, this is just an example for it, but you know, when you are in kindergarten and you are scared to go there, but you have no other choice, right? You just get you just get delivered there, right? And that's the same feeling what you get when you go to work, in a way, because you have the feeling that you are there against your will, but you need to go there, right? And it can cause so many problems, because this can cause, you know, social anxiety. It can cause yeah, you know, just so many problems. And it's a big layer that you have unfolded with this dream. I'm really getting dream work. It could be that this dream just unlocked the knowledge that it was not actually a problem with the topic of the work. It was more a problem of you know, just going there, having to go there and being forced to do that, and this trauma that you had as a kid, you know, being dragged there against your will. And this goes on and on and on. It just never stops, and until you realize it, right? Until you see what the issue is, and the issue you saw it now, right? So let's see what else we can unlock now, because this is helpful. You know, if you were for a long time just thinking about this in this way, it's a big revelation, right? But it's just an example. It's just that the main part of this reading is that you go somewhere, you get a big opportunity, but suddenly you react in a weird way that you know already, because you thought it was this reason. But a dream reveals that there's a totally different reason why you why you feel like this, why you were anxious, sleepless, and full of anxiety. Because yeah, and that's powerful from a psychic perspective, because you now know that your dreams can help you out with overcoming trauma. You know, our conscious mind, you know, getting this, you know, our conscious mind often tries to figure it out, right? But we don't get there if we only go the same route mentally, because you know, because we think it's this reason, but in fact it was a totally different reason, right? So let's see what else we got. Yeah, okay. This deck is Spanish, so I don't know what's usually I don't know what's written there, but Roda da Fortuna is most likely the Wheel of Fortune. And this is a very special depiction of this card, because it reminds me of death. I think you are reminded of death by this too, right? Because look at that, right? There's this, I think, okay, I assume that the energies leave the body a bit earlier, not just when it's already decomposed. But nonetheless, it's this, for me, this is the rebirth of yourself, right? It's this leaving the past behind and and something new can grow out of this insight, because the past is the past, and it's, you know, it's even being used as soil for the new development, for the new thing to grow. Because if you look at that, there are even plants growing out of the skull, not just here but also the skull. It's like, yeah, it's just that something new is coming out of this now, and the wheel has been turned. And again, you know, because this is so energetic, it's like this clouds card, right? It's this energetic movement that happens when you realize something new, and something new can grow out of this. Because maybe this whole perception of, you know, this, oh, I need to do something creative, otherwise I will not be happy. You can then now maybe even focus your passion towards this situation, because you now know this discomfort was not actually the reason of your prosperous opportunity. It was just the layer that you put upon it, but the real thing was underneath, right? And therefore something new can grow out of this, and it's beautiful, I think. Hi again. The new growth, right? Okay, so this one hand is holding a cup and it's growing this beautiful plant. But what is the other hand doing actually? Is it just taking away something? Today it just looks for me like this hand is holding this revelation, and you know, it's like, oh wow, look at, maybe it was this item, whatsoever was in this cup and holding back the growth, you know. And if you remove this from, you know, if you remove this thought or belief that you always had, and see the truth, you know, then the plant can thrive much more, because it was preventing, it was not giving the plant enough space to grow. And now that the focus has been revealed, and the real trauma has been unraveled, right? It's just, you know, the real trauma has come to light. It's just offering you the real opportunity to heal, you know? Yeah, look at her. This again looks very prosperous for me. And also, you know, the pregnancy prepares a new life to come to this world. And I'm really getting that this revelation feels like you are being reborn into a completely different world, because you see the world so differently now, because you made some realizations that were huge. I'm really getting that this whole situation has been big in your life, has been a groundbreaking, or just underlying, you know, it has been there for a long time, you know, this issue. And now that that you know what this issue is, you can look and dream up a new future for yourself, because you now know that that you are stronger than this also. I just get it with this, because this pregnancy is a very, it requires a lot of strength for the female body to be pregnant, right? Because there's a whole new human growing inside of this body, and all the intestines have to make way for this new human to be developed, right? And she's still looking at the sky. Ooh, it's very masculine energy. He looks like a shadow figure to me, but it's this gift in a shadow. If you look at his crown, he doesn't look too friendly, right? He looks like this shadow that you have discovered, right? And also, if it's a work situation that I've described where you thought you are just not happy because you thought you wanted to make something creative, but the real reason for unhappiness for you was actually social anxiety, something like that, you know? Something where you know, this impacts your divine masculine energy, because if you, for example, suffer in a normal job because you think you wish you would be a poet or a writer or whatnot, right? Then you suffer because you cannot, you don't do the things that you actually want to do. The camera is always moving. That's so interesting. Yeah, anyways. So, you know, it impacts this because this is a big blockage for you to be happy where you are, you know? And maybe it even held you back to accomplish some other things in your life. Because if you actually find out that you are scared of, it doesn't have to be particularly social anxiety, even though it's very specific, but it could be also just something else. But if you discover that you have a fear that you thought you didn't have, then you can work through it, right? And that's why the crown is on the shadow being. And this wand looks to me like a magical wand almost, because it's this powerful stand that you can now hold. It's giving you the power back that you lost because you made false assumptions about yourself. And also from this psychic perspective, it's this treasure in the dreams, you know. This looks very dreamy with those cloud-like background, how it is depicted there, right? And I'm also noticing that even though the head is black, there's still an eye depicted. So, you know, you just now know, and the knowledge is so valuable about that, how precious your dreams are and how false your belief was about yourself during waking times. And it could be the first step of dream work for you, because if you discover something groundbreaking like this in just because of a dream, what else can be unlocked in a dream, right? Ooh, look at her. Right? Oh, again, the camera moved. Well, doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm drawn to this now. Maybe it's some sort of OCD. You tell me. Yeah, look at her. She looks like she's conquered her shadows, right? Those are all the shadows, the dark wands in the background. And she's holding this one right now, right? This shadow one. she took it from him. And she's wearing the crown, right? It's this, yeah. She looks satisfied to me. It's a very, her energy is very sexual, even though I don't think it plays into this reading right now. But it's also so, or maybe you unlocked something about some trauma in this area, but I don't know. It just, but she just looks so confident, doesn't she? She looks confident in her beauty and in her abilities, in her strength. That's why the strength card is also on the table, because all you really want to do is to be passionate and happy, right? And if you get a good opportunity, it doesn't mean that you have to engage it forever, but you know, you want to make it the best out of it, right? And with this insight, hey, you know, she's sitting there in front of her darkness and she's like, hey, do you know what? That's, now that I know, I've got the power, I've got the magic wand in my hand. Now that I know, right? Love that. Love that. Very nice. So I think, yeah, let's see if the Moonology cards have something for you to wrap it all up. But it's a very interesting reading. I love that. What do you need to release? Right? I think you unlocked that, or if you haven't done so, you might do that in the future. It's for me, it's hard to describe to find the right, if I should say it in the past or in the future. It's hard for me to sometimes just say it. One part of me, you know, because I'm not English, it's sometimes a bit hard, but it's also just because I don't know, you know, on which part you are, if you have not experienced it yet, and if it's just, yeah, if it resonates with you, then there's some truth for it, in it for you. So that's nice. But what do you need to release is clearly, yeah, well, you need to release the fear, right? But to be able to release the fear, you need to know what you are scared of, right? And now you can. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, it's just this, could be that, you know, before you had the dream, you actually had to experience the anxiety and all the stress and everything again. So that it comes to this crescendo point where your subconscious mind is triggered to deliver your dream like this, right? You know, sometimes it just needs to be so uncomfortable and you need to push through it, and then suddenly you have something like this. It's right before we have a breakthrough, we sometimes experience it, the energy building up, right? That's what I'm getting. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, we know that now, right? Yeah, of course. So, yeah, once you know, and then you can work through it, and you understand yourself better. It's a learning process. So it doesn't actually matter how old you are. It can happen to anyone in any phase of your life. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna put your card where every card has the same meaning from the stack, right? Because we need that right now, and the meaning is everything's going to be okay. Yeah, and let's see who this reading is for. Do you want to come? Gemini. Okay, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.